Streaming didn't get worse because people got boring. It got worse because attention became currency, and too many creators are willing to sell their dignity for it.
I saw you through the wall! There's a mini map!
What's going on, everyone? LeafyIsHere here, back with another YouTube video. In the last upload, I spoke a little bit about the current state of streaming and some of these guys that seem to stick in the headlines. All this had me thinking over the past couple of days, and I thought I'd dig a little bit further into why these guys act the way they do. I believe it's a simple problem, and like the hook said, it's a content escalation trap. Any of you guys see a clip of a streamer that's provided by some neckbeard virgin living in their mom's basement and feel like you just huffed away a couple brain cells off of a gas sock? Well, I know I do, and to a certain extent, for a little bit of time, all this stuff was pretty funny, but then you realize that this completely changes the game and how all these other streamers got to proceed moving forward. Many of these guys were able to make a platform and grow an audience just with a good personality, some gaming, and a good live chat management. But nowadays, there has to be something else, an extra push, and it seems these guys have taken the route of self-humiliation. I spoke about this a little bit in a prior video, but normal actions become background noise and entertainment has become this spectacle. There's a certain level of all of this that should be acceptable, as a lot of us would do some crazy things for some money. But when you're embarrassing yourself and your entire life becomes your revenue, that's not a good position to be in. That's why you got a lot of guys out here that are getting clowned on every second of the day, but they're still making enough money with content that they're able to continue to embarrass themselves and not be at a financial loss. All this stuff does eventually come back to bite them, as everyone's got to go through a midlife crisis and realize what they have and haven't done. And for a lot of these guys, they're going to be sitting there at the age of 37 years old and realizing they haven't been themselves. They haven't been authentic. They've become clowns. Which leads me to the basis. IRL streaming has become clownery, and because of guys like IShowSpeed, Kai Cenat, and dudes that like to dress up like Spider-Man and get sweaty in the street, the ability for people to pursue this at a normal rate has been halted. I suppose all of this is better than the people that like to sit down and watch some piece of lard breathe heavy and choke on his gizzard neck double chin. I can't clown on guys like that too heavily, though, as the people that watch them are the ones that are able to perceive what I'm saying in regards to having respect and moving towards the old ways of content and streaming, which I'll go ahead and say it now in case any of you guys don't know, but my mission is to change it. I don't believe guys like Kai Cenat should sit there as a 24-year-old multimillionaire and complain about mental health problems, at least not when he's taken the necessary steps to solve it. Until now. I said it prior, but all this stuff does come back to bite us. That revenue ruins authenticity, and eventually these dudes got to bite the fact that they can't live a private life, and everything you do is made a spectacle. Everything that's online eventually runs into their hiccup or a moment that'll linger with them for the rest of their lives or career. And for many of them, it's the stuff that they have to sit there and understand they could have solved it or prevented the issue if they just took an opportunity to work on themselves. But I guess that's what you do when you're on camera. I guess what I'm really trying to say in this video is the moment we stop having sweaty League of Legends players that think it's acceptable to sit on stream for 12 hours a day, the streaming will go back to what it once was. These guys like to tell you that content is free, but you're paying with your time and your attention. Platforms like Twitch like to reward quantity, not quality, and these guys are willing to shit the bed just to grab your dollar bill. I pray that any of you guys watching this video right now have never donated to a streamer, and if you have, I hope you never do it again. It's a whole nother thing when these guys are looking to make your yearly income within the week. And it's a similar level of discussion that can be had for mass organizations that people believe make too much money, people like pumpkin pushers. A lot of this stuff will begin to fade away and normal conversations will begin to be had once more videos like this are made. I can't believe I'm saying this right now, but we need more Leafys in the world. I know if this dude was on YouTube today, he'd be ripping somebody a new one, but all he had to go off back in the day was a bunch of pre-femboy tards and some YouTube nobodies. I would have enjoyed to see the Greasy Boy's take, but it looks like he has some more cheeseburgers to eat, so I'm going to go ahead and take over. I know this video was a little bit brief, but to wrap this all up, I don't believe the future of streaming is dead, but I do believe this current version of it is. There's got to be some sort of level up for this stuff to continue, and I think we're seeing the effects of all of this now. This level of burnout that's not just leaving these dudes with no ideas, but leaving them with no dignity as well. The future of streaming isn't loud noises and abrupt imagery. It's high-level content and well-structured ideas, and I do believe we're starting to see a hint of that now. I think there's a small part of these high-level creators that's recognizing this pattern and are starting to move towards bigger and better things. Stuff like Streamer University, even though that was a complete shit show, it should never happen again under that dude's coordination. A lot of the times when I look at this stuff online, I feel pretty passionate about it, and I feel the need to tear some of it down. But there's a level of it I will allow myself to respect, and I believe I allow myself to do so in this situation because I know time will run its course. Those who will adapt will survive, and those who continue to run off of the shitty trends we're seeing now will eventually drown. Over the past couple of months, out of these two streamers I've talked about in today's video, One of them has a couple of clips that have gone viral for him ramming his head and hurting himself, and you have no idea what he's been doing over the past 7 months. But for the other, he's been trying to reach towards something a little bit better by bringing better personalities on and trying to make the stream more entertaining, and not just him sitting there begging for money, making it worth the people's time who are deciding to sit there and watch it. I commend the progress. I do believe this affirmation culture would come to an end if we had more people popping some shots at these dudes that act a fool all the time. In conclusion, I'm sure all this stuff will go back to the way it was. It'll just take some time of waking up and more videos like this getting pushed out there so people can understand a real one's point of view. With all this said, I appreciate you guys making it to this point in the video. If you did, be sure to drop a comment in the section below and let me know what you guys all think about this stuff that's been going on in the media. I appreciate you guys all for tapping in. I apologize for the late upload. I've been pretty sick over the past week. I'm sure you guys can tell. It's been damn near impossible to record this video without it being somewhat listenable. So I appreciate you guys all for making it to this point in the video. Be sure to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. All free support. With all that said, I appreciate you guys all for tapping in. This has been Flare HD, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
Oh.